Hello everyone, welcome back to Angela's Craft Room. Today I'm going to be using this stamp set here called Hold On to Hope. It's a really good sympathy stamp set to use for your sympathy cards, but I use specifically this image here. I use a lot on all my cards. I really love it. So this is the card we're going to be doing today. And I've just stamped on there, Hold On to Hope. So I have done a bit of sponging on this particular stamp set, but I did this one in Crumb Cake, and we're using Soft Suede today, which is a lot of a darker colour. So I most probably won't do any sponging on that one today. So we'll just put that to the side. So to start with, I've got my piece of soft suede, which is 11 inches long, 4 1/8 of an inch wide, and then scored at 5 1/2. And that's our base. And then I've just got a piece of Very Vanilla. I'm so used to saying Whisper White. Today I'm using Very Vanilla, and as you can see I've already stamped that, and that's just going to go straight into my card, and then that part of it's all finished. So I'll just pop a bit of glue, and this piece for the inside is 5 1/4 by 3 7/8. So we just pop a little bit down each side. I might just remove my non-slip craft mat just so I can see my grid lines, and I'm just going to pop that straight in, just eyeball it. So it's just, I just like to put a little bit of an image inside the cards so they're not plain inside. And then that's our base card done. That's the base. So then we're going to put on a piece of designer series paper. Mine measures 5 1/4 inches by 3 7/8. So we just need that again. Try not to put too much on the DSP. Doesn't really need all that much on there. And then I'm just going to put that onto my card. This is just from my stash. It's a great way to use up your DSP. So then we need to work on a piece of soft suede and Very Vanilla. Now I've got a piece of soft suede that measures 5 1/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches, and my Very Vanilla is 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. So that's 5 1/4 by 2 3/4, and then 5 1/4 by 2 1/2. And it's the piece of Very Vanilla that we're going to actually be stamping on. I've got my Stampin' Up Stamparatus, which I'm really thrilled with how it's working. Just grab my magnet from underneath. Now, because I want to stamp the image off the piece of Very Vanilla, how I do it is I put it to start with right down into this right hand corner, and then it makes it very easy for me to be able to stamp off the page. So I'll just grab the floral, and it's just wherever you want to stamp it. So I'm just going to press that down and get my soft suede. Just stamp that up. And then bring that down, and don't worry about ink going onto your stamp apparatus because we can just wipe that off. So I thought, being such a dark colour, that I would be able to get away with I won't have to sponge this because it's just too dark, the soft suede. So then I'm going to go, just so it has, I'm just trying to fill in that little spot there. So then I'm just going to stamp that, just the top of my stamp, and bring that down. It's great with the Lawn Fawn chamois. Makes it very easy to, I'm just going to, it's just a bit wet, I'm just going to wipe that over. Yeah, with the Lawn Fawn chamois it does make it very easy to clean your stamps. So I'm just going to, these magnets are super strong from Stampin' Up. I'm really impressed with them. So I'm just going to put that up there. And then I'm going to, I want that to go right up to there. So the great thing about the stamp apparatus too, like for instance, if I had a large piece of cardstock, I could have that there, and I can have it just going off the stamp apparatus, which is really good, which I couldn't do with my MISTI. So I'm really loving this new tool. I did do a video for you on it, just on some to's and fro's about it, but it's just such a great tool. Now just wipe that off. Now I do try and keep my tutorials to 20 minutes, and I hope that you're happy with that. I have had a couple of ladies say that my videos go too long, but I don't get paid for doing them, so I just love sharing techniques and the cards I make. So I hope that you can use some of the ideals that I use on my my cards. And I do apologise if it goes a bit too long sometimes. So I'm just going to wipe that off. So you can see what a wonderful tool it is. And I'm not a Stampin' Up demonstrator anymore, so I'm not trying to sell it for you in that way, but I do love this tool. So then, as I said, because it's such a darker colour than the crumb cake, I'm not going to sponge it. So then I need to put my sentiment on, so I'm just going to put that down there. It comes with 2 magnets, but I find that I really don't need both magnets. So I'm just going to pop that there. I might just use the black for our sentiment. That looks pretty straight. That's lovely and straight. And with my sentiments, I do like to stamp them 2 or 3 times. Especially with this one, so that you can see it through the flowers. So we'll just wipe that off straight away. And I'm just going to slide that magnet out because it is super strong. So we'll just bring that grid paper in. So that's quite an easy card to do. You could even make this into a bookmark. I might even later on do a bookmark for you. Then I'm just going to, as I said before, the soft suede is 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. You could sponge round here if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that today. So I just want it to go down like that so that it's just got a really fine border on. And I'm just going to add some butterflies to complete the card. Just a decent amount of glue on there. Then I'm just, because it's the same length as the soft suede, the very vanilla, I'm just going to line it up. I just want a little bit of a frame on that side. So, as I said before, with this stamp set, you could use it for a birthday. You could have happy birthday instead of hold on to hope or sympathy or get well. You know, I think that image can be used for so many different things. So we just need to pop this one onto my card here. Now I'm just going to leave a little bit of DSP showing. I'm just checking that I haven't got my card base upside down. Just hold that for a minute. And that little spot down there will come off with your adhesive rubber. So it's quite an easy card to make, but I think it comes out very lovely, and it is quite popular with my customers. Yeah, that'll come off easily with the adhesive rubber. Now I've using the bitty butterfly punch and a butterfly stamp, I've just cut out some butterflies, and I'm just going to pop a couple there. And I didn't get the mini dimensionals out, so I'll just have to chop off a little bit of this. So I can get the dimensional on the back. I just like to twist up the leaves, the wings a little bit. And you can add rhinestones if you want to on the little butterflies. That'd be nice. And we want one more on the back of here. I think adding the dimensionals just makes the butterfly pop off your page a little bit. You could put it up there, but I think it's a bit close to the sentiment. So I'm just going to have it there. And you could have even another one there, which I think I will because I quite like that. So I hope this video has gone a bit quicker today for those ladies that I only had a couple people say that they had to fast forward it, but I mean you can fast forward to the bits that you need to see. I don't mind. Okay, so that's the card for today. Let's remove that. That's the card for today compared to the one that I sponged. So this is the sponged one in crumb cake, and this is the one we did today in soft suede and we didn't sponge. And I think it looks quite nice even not sponged. I wanted more of a vintage look on this one. So I hope those techniques help you with some ideals for your next card. And until next time, happy crafting.